Partners in Ministry, a presentation of Josiah White's Quakerdale Foundation, dedicated to growing ministry support networks, introducing people to a cause that connects with their heart, bringing hope and encouragement to our communities as we seek together to serve as Christ served.
Welcome to Partners in Ministry. My name is Dan Smith, and today I'll be talking with Ray Chobanian. Now, Ray is the owner and founder of Prestige Digital Marketing. Ray handles the production and graphic design work for all of our videos. In this interview, we're going to discuss SEO, what it is, why you'd want to work on your SEO, what are some things we can focus on to improve SEO ranking, and then finally, how we can hire a professional agency that will help us track the results. Well, welcome, Ray. Thanks for joining me today.
Hey, Dan, thanks for having me. Pleasure to be here.
Now, we're going to talk about something that's been around for quite a while. We've heard these three letters off and on if you've been in the website world, but I just really don't have a clue what it is or what it does for me. What is SEO?
Yeah, so SEO is an acronym and it stands for Search Engine Optimization. So the easiest way I like to explain it to people is when you go to Google, for example, and you type in something that you are looking for or interested in. It could be help with funding for a house. Okay. So when you type in, those are keywords, and that is going to yield you, press enter. That's going to yield you a list of results. And usually those top few results is where you want to be. Those are usually the ones that people are going to click on first, as the top, right on your page, what you see there. And so if a person doesn't have good SEO on their website, your likelihood of showing up there is very slim. There's a lot of competition out there. So SEO is a method, it's a set of tools and techniques to help you rank higher in search results. And that goes across the whole internet, like all kinds of platforms, Amazon, YouTube. SEO is important to anywhere you're putting a product or a service or a website on the internet. That's the gist of it.
All right. So the search engine optimization, it is a way of guaranteeing that my company or my products are going to float to the top of the search when somebody does a search. Is that right?
Well, guaranteeing is a strong word because there's a lot of competition, but it does absolutely help. And we do have a lot of success with getting people in the top search results, at least on the first page, if not the first 1 to 3 positions in your specific niche or industry. Yes.
So why is that important? Why does my products or my business need to pop up on the first page or the first 3 things that are listed? Why is that important?
Well, there's a couple reasons. I'd say the most obvious reason is if you've ever searched for something yourself, how many times have you went down to the bottom of the page on Google and clicked on the next page or the 3rd page or the 5th page or the 15th page? I mean, I know I personally very, very rarely go the 2nd page. I never go past the 3rd page, and it's 95% of the time, maybe higher, I'm on the 1st page. So if you're not showing up there, you're missing out on a lot of traffic to your site, business, getting more eyes on you. So that's really the biggest thing. And there is a lot of competition out there too. So you want to understand that there are other people who are constantly working on this. So essentially, working on your SEO and having better SEO will equate to more business, more dollars, more revenue. Whatever your business structure is, or your mission, it will equate to more people coming and seeing that.
Okay. So is this SEO something that I can learn how to do and then do it myself?
It is, yes. It would take a little time. There's a lot of different things that you can do. It's kind of technical, and I'm a very technical guy, so I'm trying to dial it back to not give too much into the weeds on it. But it can be learned, and it takes time. And I know most business owners probably don't have that much time, but it can be. Yes, you can learn. You could search on your own. You could go through the things. You need to have some technical savvy. Some of it's not so bad. but some of it is a little deeper.
So I'm assuming that this is kind of a hands-on thing. So let's say that I asked you to help teach me some of this stuff. We'd be looking at maybe a month, 2 months to learn some of the basics, and then you kind of put me on task, and then we're done. Or is this something that needs to be a part of my regular business routine? On and on and on down the line.
Yeah, so it's something that would be an ongoing thing for indefinitely. Like I said, there's a lot of competition out there too. There's other people that are working on it all the time on their, you know, uh, product or service that might be competing to yours. And there's a lot of reasons why it's an ongoing thing. And one just quick illustration I'd like to give too, that I tell people to help them understand this is Google, for example. If you imagine Google has 50 buckets in a row.
Okay.
And each of those buckets stands for one thing in SEO. Maybe it's your page load speed. Maybe it's your backlinks, how many links your website has in other places, other websites on the internet, your articles, how your blogs, how new they are. So if you take all these little pieces, and each bucket is one of them, the more you fill the buckets, the higher up you will rise in the search results in Google, for example. So you get rewarded for filling the buckets more. Google sees that as a good thing. And especially if someone is searching for your service or product, and they click on your page and they stay there, that's a very good thing. There's this thing called pogo sticking, not to get deep in the weeds, but it's like when someone clicks on it, and we've all probably done this. You click on a thing, a link, and you see, this isn't exactly what I'm looking for, and you go back. That actually
Sure.
hurts your SEO score. So there's a lot of different things we'll look at to try to fill those buckets to help you float up to the top of the search results.
Sure. Then is there a way to track the results so I can keep track of how I'm doing on this, or is it kind of hit and miss, or how does that part of it work? How do I know I'm being successful at improving my SEO?
Right. So there are digital ways that we track it through software that analyzes your website and searches, keyword searches, how many traffic numbers, clicks on your website. There's ways we can see how long someone's staying on the site, how many people are abandoning it. So yeah, that's all with the digital software. Now, if you didn't have a digital software, which would it would be a hindrance to you not to, it would definitely be worth it to have a system that you could track in beautiful graphs. You could see real-time results of everything happening. The only other way I could think of, but which is kind of stupid when you have the tools there, would be you would just, if you start seeing an increase in your results or an increase in people calling or inquiries or orders, whatever your service and products are, that could be linked to SEO. But again, without a way to track it, how can you be sure? It could just be a season. So I would highly recommend tracking it with a reputable software.
Okay. So to just kind of summarize this, if I want to undertake this thing myself, I need to go through a little bit of training, probably a month, maybe 2 months of training, which would be hands-on because I'd be doing stuff. You'd be teaching me how to do this. Go ahead and work on improving the SEO. And then I would need to invest in this results software that would let me know how I'm doing, whether I'm actually having the effect that I'm trying to get. And then just kind of repeat that process on a regular basis. Is that basically how it would work for me individually if I was to do it myself?
Yeah, that's excuse me, that's pretty much it, Dan. Yeah.
Okay.
It
And
would
then
definitely
you'd be able to do the training for me as well as help me find that software. You're available to help with all that.
Yes, we are. And first we would do an analysis of your current, site and what's going on there first to help give us some insights into how we can help you specifically.
Okay. So I would call that then the coaching approach. What I'm doing is I'm getting some coaching from you to help me get better. Well, first of all, to do it because I have no clue what this thing is, but then to go ahead and increase my ability to be proactive about my SEO and on an ongoing basis, learn how to improve myself and my website and the result that's going on there. Then there's got to be another approach, and I'm sure this is kind of a moot point, but I'm going to ask anyway. Can I hire you to do this?
Yes, absolutely. It's one of the top things that we specialize in. So I have a team of experts who this is what they do. I obviously have to know a level of it myself to have intelligent conversations and guide people. But yeah, I mean, we can do that, and we do it in very competitive industries too, like banking, automotive industries. Lawyers. There's a lot of really competitive industries that we do it for, and there's different levels of SEO, which we have a few different packages that we offer. So depending on what's best for you in your industry or your niche, that's how we would go and choose, and the results you want. That's how we would choose a package.
Okay. So just kind of summarize from the 10,000 foot level here. If either a ministry or a business, I want to increase the likelihood of people finding me when they do a search on the internet in their browser, then I need to really pay attention to SEO. There's two ways I can do it. I can get coaching from you so that I can learn how to do it myself, or basically I could hire your agency to work with me and make that happen on my behalf. Is that
Exactly.
summary?
Yeah, that's perfect, Dan. That's exactly.
Well, that's
it.
awesome. That's awesome. Well, that takes a little bit of the mystery out of this thing, because I've heard about this SEO stuff, but never really have really taken a dive into it. So really appreciate it, Ray. Thanks a lot.
Yeah, absolutely. My pleasure.
Yeah. Hey, if you've got any questions, or if you'd like to learn more about prestige digital marketing or SEO, you can see Ray's contact information here on the screen. You can also find it in the show notes for this episode on our website, or in the description of this YouTube video. On behalf of Ray Chobanian, Prestige Digital Marketing, and Partners in Ministry, I want to thank you for joining me today. And until next time, let's get out there and serve as Christ serves.
This has been a presentation of Partners in Ministry, a podcast of Josiah White's Quakerdale Foundation. To learn more and see the show notes for this and other episodes, visit our website. To stay informed of up and coming broadcasts, subscribe to our e-newsletter. To invest in our mission, donate today.